Hey, good morning. It's Jay Nye, the Tower Crane Guy, coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia, once again. This morning, I just want to touch on something real quick. It was kind of on my mind. This morning, I want to talk about attitude. Your attitude and the attitude that you bring to the job. Your attitude is everything. If you come here to the job with a bad attitude and you're talking on the radio to people disrespectfully and you're just treating people disrespectfully with a bad attitude, they're going to sense it and they're going to give it back to you. And you don't want that. It could make for a really rough day on them and on you. Having a bad attitude could make you operate the crane aggressively, and you don't want to do that. Once a load hits a building, once a load hits the ground too hard, once you have an accident in a crane, there's no taking it back. There's no doing the pick over. There's no rewinding. There's no pausing. Once that happens, it happens, and there's no taking it back. So your attitude could be the difference between having an accident on the job and not having an accident. Having a good attitude gets you a long way. I can tell you this much: if you're gonna get in this business or you're new to this business, your attitude will take you further than anything. You can have a great attitude and be a decent crane operator, and you'll become a better crane operator just based on your attitude and how you approach things. There's always room for improvement. There's always room to improve yourself in this business. Staying consistent, make sure you're staying consistent. You're keeping up on your paperwork. You're keeping up on your inspections. You're doing everything by the book. There's no your way, his way. There's only a right way to do things in the crane industry, and as long as you're doing those right things, good things are going to happen. I promise you that. Just being consistent. Like I said, attitude is everything. If you're having a rough time at home, you got to leave that stuff at the door. Once you walk into the cab, you need to be a complete professional. If you're on a job site and you're a tower crane operator, you're probably one of the most important people on the job. One of, besides the superintendents and the people that are actually running the site. You're helping these guys get their material so they can work. But with that being said, if it wasn't for them on the ground getting the material, you wouldn't have any work. So that's where the respect and the attitude comes in. Make sure you have a good attitude. Leave the home life at the door if you're having a rough time, or leave it at the hotel room. Just make sure you have a good attitude. If someone on the ground is having a bad attitude, brush it off. If they consistently are doing things wrong, get someone to replace them. You have that authority. You have that authority to say, hey, I need to get somebody else to do his job or her job. Make sure that you, excuse me, make sure that you're taking the right steps to make sure that no one puts you in a position for anything to go wrong. So attitude is everything. Have a great attitude. Remember, if you've made it this far, if you ever worked on the ground and slaved for way less money, and you've made it this far to become a tower crane operator, stay humble. Definitely stay humble. Stay grounded. Stay humble. Remember, you could be down there getting paid a lot less money and slaving your butt off. And I've been that guy down there, working his tail off for peanuts, and I do remember those days, staring up at the crane and hoping and wishing one day that I'd be up in the crane, and here I am. So I've been a rigging person. I've been a signal person. So remember, if you've made it this far to become a tower crane operator, stay humble. Attitude is everything. If you're having a hard time doing picks, remember, you're going to get better. The more seat time you have, the better. The more seat time you have, the better. Make sure you're the first guy on the job. Make sure you're the last guy to leave. Try to get as much seat time as possible, and treat people with the same respect you want to be treated with. Anyway, I got to get back at it. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit this morning. I hope everyone's having a great and blessed morning. Remember, if it doesn't make dollars, it sure the hell doesn't make sense why you're doing it. You're only as good as your last pick, I promise you that. And we're going to see you guys on the next bit. I hope everyone has a beautiful morning. Peace.